How's it going? Thanks for checking out this video of my Flashpoint gear. I switched over to the Flashpoint brand photography lighting for the sheer variety of models they have available. They are all compatible with each other. Anything in the R2 series will work wirelessly with one another, including strobes, speedlights, studio, and portable units. And everything is also compatible with the Godox X2 series. So Godox is the Chinese version. These are the American versions. I'm not going to go over all the specs of these units. There are plenty of videos on YouTube for that. I'm going to start with the trigger. Now, I got the Flashpoint R2 Pro MK2 2.4 gigahertz trigger for Nikon for $69. Now, keep in mind these are brand specific. They make them for Canon, Fuji, whatever. Anyways, it has groups A, B, C, D, and E with 32 channels. Now, you can see on here, you've got each of the buttons right around there, all the way to there. Now I like this trigger because it has group buttons like that, right next to the dial in the center, and by double tapping each group, you can turn it off and on. As you can see, I've got my group C on right there. I will double tap, now it's turned off. Same thing with D. I can do that. I'm going to go ahead and turn on A because that's going to be the first one I'm going to work with. Now the dial is really nice on this thing. You can see it adjusts just right there. So the dial is really nice on this and all of the Flashpoint lights. Every one of them pretty much has that dial, unless you get one of the ones that's not TTL specific or whatever. So you can power on modeling lights with this. As you can see, I've got a modeling light right there. And as long as that's lit up, then you can turn the modeling light on for that light. So as long as it's got a modeling light, you can turn it off and on. It has high-speed sync. You can put each light in a different group, so you can control different ones if you have them throughout your studio or on set or whatever, on scene. And again, different groups to control them separately if necessary. This thing is really nice. It feels good, and it just works. It's easy to see, understand, and looks nice on the camera. It's pretty professional. So the next thing I'm going to go over is my, again, Flashpoint. And this is the MF12 macro flash kit. Now this goes for $249. It does come with this, with everything you see here. This kit comes with 8 different size filter rings. So whatever size filter threads you have on your camera, it's pretty much got them covered. The mount ring goes onto each one of these. I keep mine on the 72 or on the 62 because that's what I use the most. Yeah, pretty tight to get on there though. So it does come with the eight of the filter rings, a mounting ring, 2 wireless strobes, as you see here, with modeling lights. They can be adjusted 90 degrees in and out. So you can see they pivot like this. It comes with 2 table stands, 2 plastic diffusers, as you see on here, 2 light stand mounts. So the little table stands, whatever you want to call them, that will also mount to a light stand. Comes with 2 sets of color correction slides and 2 sets of color altering slides. Don't get them confused. They do different things. Each one of them comes, there's a set for each light, I should say. All in a nice little fitted case. It's a soft-shelled zipper case. These require the R2 trigger. It's the only way they can go off. They do have some plugs on them, a USB-C plug for charging, because there's a lithium-ion battery in there. I'm not real sure if you can use that for syncing or whatever. Anyways, you pretty much want to get one of the R2 triggers. You don't have to have the Pro MK2. You don't have to have the Pro. You can use just the regular R2, whatever. And these do have they are not brand specific because they do not mount on your camera. So it's just the trigger that would be brand specific, not the flashes themselves. And they do have groups A, B, C, and D with 32 channels on each on them, so that you can set those up. They're a lot less powerful than a standard Speedlight. I believe these are about 12%, or 12 watt seconds, and your Speedlights are about 75 watt seconds, something like that. But as close as you are, because they mount right there on the end of your lens, as close as you are as you get to the subjects in macro, they need to be less powerful because they would just completely wash everything out if not. They can be adjusted in any location on the ring. Let me show you that. There is a little spot where they go on that kind of collapses, and then move it around like that. And you can put both of them on here. Just like that, and then they lock in place. They say you can put as many as 6 lights on the ring. Yeah, I wouldn't see that happening, but anyways. These being completely adjustable in how you use them, and their settings work perfect day or nighttime. Again, I'm on, oops. Let me go ahead and turn these on. You have to, in order to turn these on, you press the power button and then you unlock it by rotating. And I do have the modeling light on. And so let me see here. I will highlight A. There we go. So you can see by pushing the button on the trigger, I can turn the modeling lights off and on. And then I can test oops, sorry, didn't mean to blind you there. But you can test them that way, or you can test them this way if you would just want to test these if you have more than some of them on. So again, I can turn this one off and on from, I mean, you can't turn these off and on, but you can make it so that the trigger will or will not trigger them just by pushing on each button. So right now, as you can see, I press that and it triggers them, but if I turn it off, it does nothing. So turn it back on, and I will turn my modeling lights off, and there you have it. And again, these are very light. I mean, these weigh almost nothing. They're USB chargeable on the lithium-ion battery. You can see the little display on there, and I still have it on so you can see it will adjust by, oops, turning the trigger dial. Oops, come on, get up there. So that's how that works. Okay. So again, these are the Flashpoint, these are the color effects. So these are the ones where you can change the color, and they would simply slide into this, and then you clip this on the front where those are. And then it also has the color temperature correction set. So you can, oops, sorry, not used to using this camera yet. So you can adjust, you know, for color temperature and whatnot. And again, it comes in this nice little case, and it does have the tripod mounts and table mounts to it, and charging cables. So you got all that. Okay. So next is my Flashpoint Zoom TTL Speedlight with R2 transceiver, and this was $110. Now, when I say the Flashpoint, the R2 transceiver, that means that this one can actually send, it can work as a master and send an RF signal to all the other flashes that you may have in the studio. Instead of working on the optics, it'll work on the trigger. So this can be actually considered a trigger. You mount this on your camera, and it will trigger any other flashes that you may have. Again, this is brand specific for Nikon, in my case. I chose this one flash to have a flash in my camera bag. I don't really need them that much, but just in case. You know, I was somewhere and I needed it unexpectedly. And because it is in the R2 series, compatible with groups A, B, and C, and 32 channels, and the price was decent for what I needed it for. I chose the AA battery version over the lithium ion because I already had brand new Energizer rechargeables for the trigger, and my old flash, which my daughter lost somewhere in her house. So the flash head rotates again, rotates and tilts, making it pretty versatile. It's just like any other Speedlight pretty much. So it has ITTL, high-speed sync, and second curtain capabilities. I use mine with the extension cable. So with this right here, which means I can, oops, I can mount my flash on here and then mount this on my Nikon, so I can use TTL and all that, manual everything. But anyways, the camera will will set it off, and I can hold it. That way I can bounce it off a ceiling or something, you know, whatever I have available. I do have a ball head adapter for it also, Godox SR1. Sorry, not it's the round whatever, that will clamp on here, and then it has the white round diffuser on it. It's the SR1 with a magnetic ring, so that makes it a little bit nicer. You can put several different things on there, but anyways, just using it for a flash, no big deal. So, and I have this one in my B setting. So I will turn on my B and, oops, it powered off. I think it's about time for me to change the batteries on it. So in this one, you have to put this one in radio slave mode in order for it to get from the trigger. This does not have a modeling light on it, but anyways, I can't get my fingers to work, so come on. Oops, and I'm on group B for some reason, so I'm going to have to change that. But I don't think they stay on here very well. I think the group changes back to A every time. But anyways, you can see, and this is pretty quick. It's on 1/128, so it goes pretty quick. But anyways, that is my Zoom TTL. The flash comes with a soft case, whatever, and a little table stand. It also has a flip-up diffuser on it with the bounce card, as you can see. So I have a strap-on 6-inch softbox that I can put on this too. And I also have just a sock that'll kind of look like a round diffuser on the front of it also. It's okay. I mean, it's a good flash, but the little diffusers and stuff are just, they work. Okay. So next I have my Flashpoint Evolv 200 TTL R2 Pocket Flash dual head kit, and this was $610. That's quite a bit, I know, but it's a big kit. This is 2 units with 200 watt seconds each. They are lithium battery powered. Portable lights in a package just a little bigger than the Speedlight. So they are quite a bit heavier than the standard Speedlight though. But they are also 3 times as powerful. That battery makes them quite a bit heavier. These are one of the most versatile lighting systems on the market today, well, except for the Pro version. So they have this same thing in the Evolv 200 Pro, but it doesn't come in a dual kit and is more than $100 per light more than these are. These are R2 compatible with groups A, B, C, and D, and 32 channels. This kit comes with 2 Fresnel heads, as you can see what's on here now. 2 light bodies, 2 bare bulbs, 2 batteries, 2 chargers, 2 light stand mounts, 2 magnetic barn doors with 4 color slides each, and a grid each in its own soft shell zippered case. So they're 2 separate cases. This kit also comes with a single head to mount both flashes and both bare bulbs for a combined 400 watt second flash, and 2 better modeling lamps, with a Bowens mount for almost any light modifier. Again, it's just amazing. So let me show you a little bit about this. I've got this as my C group, I believe. Turn B off. So to turn these on, there is a little button there. And I don't know how you can see that. There we go. And nope, we're in D group, sorry. I had to change it because the other one doesn't have D. So anyways, there we go. So I can change settings there. And again, whoo, let me go down a little bit. That's pretty high. Again, these. So you got that. Then turn it off. And then this is what you can do. You can push this button right here on the side and pop that off. And in doing that, you can put on an LED. And with the LED head, it automatically goes and shows LED. So you can turn the brightness of it. It has 3 settings: off, 1, 2, 3. There you go. So now you've got a LED light if you need that. So then changing that again to the bare bulb. Again, it goes back to the regular setting. So with this, you can see 1/28, okay? So you can see you get the full. And then these, you can put on several different types of modifiers. This actually has a clear or an opaque diffuser that can slide over the front. Got those. Oops. This is the round head I was talking about earlier. So you can see it makes a little bit of a difference too. And then I've actually got a snoot. You can use the snoot if you want to. I've got 2 different snoots. But the main thing is this will actually, if you turn this off, you can take these off of here. Then this is the dual mount that I was telling you about that it comes with. And it does have a, standard light stand mount on it. But these will lock into position on the back, one right next to the other. You can just use one if you'd like to. And then these bulbs will come out of here and slide into these sockets. Now they are very specific. Here's your modeling lights. This is the neat thing about this. These are better modeling lights that come with that come on the Fresnel heads. So if you want to use that, this has a standard Bowens mount on it, so you can put pretty much any Bowens mount modifier you have. I've got a 36-inch, I can't remember what it's called. It's the deep one, anyways. So I've got a couple of them, but I've actually got one that mounts that you can put this on, just mount it in a clamp and have it on that way. But anyways, to get back to this, but you can put both of these on here, so that's 200 watt seconds, and then the other one would be 200 watt seconds for a total of 400 watt seconds. These are twice as bright as the ones on the Fresnel heads, so that's pretty good. These are pretty heavy. You put this on there, you're going to get some heft up there. So this is pretty much like having a 400, an 8400, or a BP 400, or whatever you want to call it, so that it's all there. You're going to have a lot of weight. So anyways, that's my 8200. Get some of this out of the way here, and then go back to my last one. So let me turn off D, and I will turn on C. And the reason I'm going to do that is because now I've got this little jewel. This is my Streaklight. This off of here. Now the Streaklight only comes with the bare bulb head, but again, you can put all these same modifiers on here to use for your flash. So another thing I do have, I'll get to in a second. Here's the battery pack for it. This is another thing I have. This is I believe this is a 12-inch that will mount on here. And this can hold the weight pretty well. So this is a modifier with, or a beauty dish with a grid on it. You can take the grid off. It does actually have a white sock type cover that you can put on here also. You can put it on with the grid on or without it. This is what the beauty dish looks like without it. So that's a 12-inch again. So that works pretty good. I've used it on a couple car shoots, and I like the way it works, especially using the grid. You can direct that a little bit better. But anyways, so back to this. This one is a little bit different. This is a pretty heavy head. It's about the same as one of the AD200s with the battery in it. So that's one thing. But there's no battery in here. This is all run off of this onto the BP960 battery pack. Now this is just the battery pack right here. This is a 4800. It's either a 4800 or 5500. Let me see. This is a 5800 milliamp hour battery pack. Sorry, the old ones were the 4800, I believe, but this one is 5800. This does have a port where you can, and don't ask me why I would never use this, but so this is the charger port, and it does come with a wall wart and a round plug to go in there, and then a USB, so you can charge your phone or whatever. And on here also you can see it has the battery test indicator, so you can see what the battery's at even without it being in the base. Now once you put it on the base, so you've got your power and everything, the way this works is you unlock that. Too far. Pull that out, and then this plug, this plug goes in here like this, and then you lock it back down. And this is the neat part. Well, some might think it's neat, but anyways, to power it on, you power one on and it powers both. This tells you the battery. Now I shot out, like I said, doing a car shoot. I used this with the beauty dish, and I probably took, I don't know, 150 pictures, maybe something like that. And you can still see the battery is pretty much completely charged. They say you can get about 2,000 out of this, but okay, and last but not least, I have the Flashpoint Streaklight 360 with a BP960 power pack. I got mine as an open box for $349. Now it's usually $499, but if you can find the open box, $349. Now this is a 360 watt second bare bulb only strobe. That is a little bigger than the Evolv 200s and comes with the external wired 5800 milliamp hour battery pack. This pack can run 2 lights, so you've got 2 plugs on it, or you can hook both of them, a Y connector, to use both ports to decrease your recycle time by half. It is R2 compatible and has groups A, B, and C, and 32 channels. It has a belt clip and a shoulder strap, and can also power all of the Flashpoint Speedlights with available power ports. So the Speedlights have the same power port as this does. It also has a USB port on the side to charge other devices. The flash is a bit bulky, but with the external power pack, it can be lifted higher on a light stand or on a boom, and the battery not be part of the weight at the top. This light can accept most, if not all, of the Flashpoint bare bulb light modifiers, but is limited in the weight that it will hold due to the mount at the bottom. But an S-type bracket can be used with this light, so any Bowens mount can be used. Having a single light this powerful and portable, it is an amazing addition to any portable setup. Adorama is a great company to purchase photography gear from, and they have decent prices and great customer service. They also have a full line of light modifiers and affordable but good quality light stands, and a lot of their products are available on Amazon. The Flashpoint brand is a rebranded Godox, but comes with a standard US warranty instead of 90 days, which is the Godox Chinese warranty. Although I would purchase another brand if I needed something specific or whatever for a shoot. For the regular stuff, I am sticking with Flashpoint. As with anything I recommend, you do your research, determine what is best for you, for your use, and budget, and hopefully you will be as happy as I am with your decision. I really enjoy mine. I like this flash. I think it's a great one. Like I said, it is a little bit bulky, but the way it works, it just can't be beat. I mean, the Flashpoint is really good. Godox is about the same price, roughly, a little bit more maybe, depending on where you can find your stuff at. But Flashpoint is a good brand. I really enjoy it. Oh, this also comes with a shoulder strap, by the way. So if you want to do that. The way I got it, I bought a bracket that will screw onto a light stand, and then this belt clip will stick on it. So you can have your strobe about 5 feet up in the air. They also have I believe it's a 15-foot cable that you can get for it. It's not the stretchable or whatever you want to call it, not the coiled cable. It's just a straight cable, and if you have a boom, then you can put this on your belt. And then you can have the boom out to 15 feet with just this mounted on it. Well, and whatever light modifier you may have mounted on the light. So it's a really neat idea. It works really good. Just the amount of power that you get out of it and everything. The only problem is this does not have a modeling lamp on it. So that's the only drawback I see, especially for me when I'm out doing night shoots with cars and stuff like that. I have to use my 8200, or actually what I do is I have a really bright flashlight, so that what I can do is while I'm still at the camera, shine my flashlight at the car, I can focus the camera and then use the strobes from there, unless I'm light painting, and then of course I'll just use it for that way. But anyways, to get back to things, again, Adorama, love the company. Oh, and by the way, this does have, I don't know why it's got it here, but you do have a 1/4 20 mount on the side of it there, and you can have it either way. You can either have a 1/4 20 thread there, so you can mount it on a light stand, or you can have the hot shoe mount. Now, and it is a hot shoe, actually. It's wired and everything, so you can have that. 4 screws, you can change those out. It comes with both. I would never mount this on my camera. I think it's a little too heavy to be mounted on a hot shoe. Obviously, they didn't think so when they made it, so it must work. Some people, I guess, use it. I won't use it on my camera, though. I will put the trigger on there first and do that way. So that is my kind of go on all the Flashpoint stuff or all the Adorama strobe stuff. I have a couple of the Flashpoint light stands. Actually, I have quite a few of the Flashpoint light stands. I think I've got one of their C stands. I've got 4 of their air cushion light stands, which I love those. They're at a good price. I mean, I think they start at $28 and move up to $36 or $38. I've got a couple of the 7-footers, one of the 9-footers, and then one of the 13-footers, and that's the prices too. They come in a decent little bag. Flashpoint's good. I like them. I would highly recommend them, especially their flashes and their strobes. Again, they're the same thing as Godox, which is a pretty popular brand with professional photographers these days. I'd say go for it. You're getting a good warranty. I think this has, with the extension that I got from Adorama, it has a 3-year warranty on it. So you're not going to get that from Godox. You have 90 days because it's Chinese. So in other words, it's gray market. So, but everybody uses them, and you know there hasn't been a whole lot of problems with them. So there you go. If it works, it works. Get what you need, get what your budget can afford, and hopefully you'll be happy with your decision. All right, thanks. You guys have a good one. See you next time.